Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Chained Echoes. Since last time, I have redone the progress that we lost. I have turned back on the auto-save facility, although it is still the case. I think this doesn't save me like exactly the spot that I logged out. Yeah, I'm in a slightly different spot. So I guess it's just kind of like the area you're in, or kind of like the approximate location. I'm still planning to do manual saves as I was doing before, but having the autosaves will help us in the event that we end up in a unfortunate boss battle that we can't complete, like happened there. So let's see, have I been here? No, this is, I think, actually the villa that I was looking for. But in addition to that, now that I've finally found it, I think there was another building that I had not been in. That's the equipment place. This guy, I never talked to this guy on the right, and so is there a way to get up into his building? Yeah, okay, so I've never done this. Or have I? I don't think so. With the pass closed, many of our merchants can't cross Kartara. Also some foreign merchants who are stranded and can't return. I wonder if a new war is on the horizon. Alright, so this is the inn that the old man mentioned to Victor, I believe? I can't return with the border being closed. If a new war starts, I want to be with my family in Aiden. I should mention that when I redid things, I didn't buy the extra silver breastplate and then immediately find a silver breastplate, so that was nice. So I have more money than I did before. But I think I did redo most of the weapon kind of forging and stuff that I had previously done. And I did manage to find like an extra treasure chest or two. And there's a little bit of money here in a clock, so that's nice. And also in a potted plant, there's an attack up crystal. All right. And this is the guy I wanted to talk to. I saw this guy, and that's how I realized there were still people in town I hadn't talked to. Some beasts are attacking Basil at night. Last night they destroyed a fence, and dozens of wool turtles escaped onto the plains. Yeah, I think I heard about that. No one has seen the monsters yet. Rather mysterious, if you ask me. Indeed. What else do we have in here? Treasure. Oil lamp ×2. I'm presuming that that's an item that I could use on an enemy in battle that would inflict the oil status, which makes fire do to more damage, maybe? Maybe. And an attack up crystal. Ooh, nice. And a kitty. Hooray. Got to pet the kitty. With 2 attack up crystals, I should actually take a look at my crystals, because I might want to put one of those in a weapon if I could combine them. Is there an easy way, just from my inventory, that I can look at? It's not equipment. So I guess it's inventory crystals. I have an attack up 1 and an attack up 2, so I can combine those into an attack up 3 and possibly use it. So I hadn't remembered this, but I'm looking at the crystals. There's remove from weapon. So there is an HP up in here, so if I do this, do you want to remove it? Your crystals will have no purity and will be big. Ah, I didn't remember this mechanic, okay. Okay, looking at equipment and crystals and things a bit on my own. The Iron Sword versus the Copus. This is the one that we already upgraded and used a crystal in. Does it show me what it is? Raises HP by 10%. As a result of kind of like the crystals tutorial. But this one is a whole lot more attack. And so I think it makes sense to actually just be using that and not worry about the fact that I upgraded another one. And then over here on crystals, I realize that I have Robes bonus 2 and Robes bonus 1, which I can combine into Robes bonus 3. And so I think I'm going to do that. And then I should be able to set that into an armor, specifically wherever it is, the Raven Cloak, I believe. So the crystal could be Robes bonus 3, lowers incoming damage by 10% when wearing this piece of equipment. So I'm going to do that. And enhance things like that. And so that'll make Victor more durable. And then I want to try something out. If I remove from weapon the Iron Sword, the HP up, that I'd originally put in there. And then I go into set into weapon. Can I put that in the Bakken that is being used by you? Crystal. HP up. Raises HP by 10%. It looks like I could. It's got purity 0. I forget what the purity is all about. But let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, let's enhance this piece of equipment with that. Great. Okay, I think I'm happy with what I've done there. So having dealt with the equipment, let's actually try going up to this villa, which I think is the main place that we're trying to go, to find Becker, who's the guy who can sell the documents. So what do we have in this big fancy house? I saw people in the upper middle, but before I go there, I want to check all the other rooms for loot or treasures that might be hiding. Oh, and this brings me upstairs. There's a kitty cat, so it's very important that I came up here. Hooray! We made the kitty happy. I guess I could also walk down here. But it seems like there's lots of people tending to the place, but no one who has anything interesting to say. And no hidden treasures, really. Here's someone we can talk to. The maid says, I hate this job. Not because of the task, but more so because of this guy Becker. He's Ah! Have you been listening? I said that I love this job, especially Sir Becker. Alright. So, kind of gives us a little bit of flavor on what we already know. So if I go in here... Darn it, that's too tight. I'm sorry. My fiancé will return at any moment. Make haste. Sir. Excuse me. It's 200 ARC per permit. I have 4 left for a total of 800. Wow. What? You're here for the passes, right? You're not the first today. Since the border's been closed, you can only cross with the special permit. And I'm the only one issuing them. At least the only one who doesn't ask unpleasant questions. And we can certainly cross the border with these? Who do you think I am? I'm not doing any illegal business here. These are officially issued permits. Every civil servant has the right to issue them at their own discretion. Uh-oh. I guess that's his fiancée who's getting home, Jolanda. Becker, where are you? I'm waiting. I'll be there in a second, my sweet honeybee. How long do you need? You've been trying to fix these trousers for hours. I'm sorry, I'm almost done. You guys are still here? Sorry, we're not doing a rehearsal for our wedding today. Oh, we are doing a rehearsal for the wedding. Not the best timing. Permits are on the table. Put the money there and take them. 4 passes are not enough. That's all that's left. We'll take them for the time being. At the worst, only 4 of us will be able to cross the border. Let me cover the cost this time. I've got some travel money left. You can take the map on the table there if you want. Think of it as a little perk that comes with the permits. I've marked a safe route through the mountains for you. Becker, where are you? Okay. Let's put these permits to use and head for the border. Isn't it strange? What do you mean? He's been selling regular passes for quite some time now. With the border closed and the need for special permit, he could charge extra. Yet he sells them for only 200. Why would he do that? I was wondering that myself. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If we can cross the border with these, everything's fine, right? Let's go then. So is this going to force our party to split up, I wonder? Also, it looked like there was a back door that I didn't take. Oh, this is where the wedding rehearsal stuff is going on, I presume. And there's a raven cloak, of course. Because what did I just do? I literally just upgraded. Oh, it was your raven cloak that I upgraded. Okay. And so I got a second raven cloak, but the one I've made is already better. Great. So, not quite the... Oh, look at this. I can squeak through here. Oh, I could have walked around there the whole time. I see. Okay, so is there anywhere else in town that I failed to notice I could squeak past little borders and boundaries like that before? I wonder. I might have to do a little bit more looking around and see if there's little hallways like this that I failed to notice previously. Alright, well I didn't notice any other sneaky places to go, so in that case, I guess let's teleport over here, near the border, and see what happens with our passes. I guess just in case, I think it's probably appropriate for me to go ahead and drop a save. But let's see what happens now that we have our passes. Hey, you. Do you want to cross the border? Another guy trying to sell passes? Another guy? Oh, right. Let me guess. You got some special permits from Becker and Basil, am I right? For someone who bends the law, he's pretty well known. My name is John, and, well, can I take a look at your permits? Why? Becker's a crook. I wouldn't trust him an inch. As far as we know, he's entitled to issue official permits. Just let me take a look. I was right. Those are fake. They won't get you far. That's nonsense. Who are you, anyway? Let's just say I'm in the same business. I guess you want to sell us some real passes, don't you? No, I just wanted to be nice and give you guys a warning. Warning received. Thank you very much for taking your precious time, kind sir. Youngsters nowadays. Just trying those permits, and you'll see. Okay. So now we've been told the permits are fake. Oh, here's some loot lying on the ground that I'll grab before I go. So what happens if I try to walk up here? You can't pass here. What happens if I try to talk to you and jump the line? Crossing the border is only allowed with special permits. What's this? A special permit. Not the first to try and use these today. Where'd you get them? They were issued by the city of Farnsport. By a man named Becker, perchance? They're fake. Fake? I thought Becker was entitled to entitled to issue official documents? Well, he is, that's true. I have no clue why he gave you these fakes. Normally, I would now have taken you into custody, but since you're not the first to do this, I believe the fault lies with Becker. You've been conned. Now leave. I knew he was suspicious from the very beginning. This is getting on my nerves. What a waste of time. But why issue fakes? That makes no sense. Maybe he's a crook after all? Who can really tell if the guy's a legitimate civil servant? If there's someone who knows a thing or two about crooks at Siena, I'll take that as a compliment. At least you called me by my name for once. Well, thanks to these counterfeits, the army has him on the radar now. But would a man who's about to be married really take such a risk? Something's wrong here, that's a fact. Let's return to Becker. Okay. This story is not taking... Oh, wow. Somehow I missed that before. This story is not taking the particular twists and turns that I was expecting. There is an object up there. Oh, I see how to get there now. I come from the left, which I can get to... where? There's a treasure chest up there, too. Interesting. Okay, there's a whole section up here that I never got to. And, oh, wow. I don't think those regenerate, so I think I had just never gotten up to this section. It might only be available after I make the crossing and I'm able to come back from the north. But there's definitely stuff and things that I've not gotten before. And I'm pretty interested in said stuff and things. It feels like there's a little bit of stuttering during battle. I think it's like loading some of these attack animations off of disk. Let's see if I can finish off the box fly. Oh, I missed because he's avoiding physical attacks, of course. Remind me. Your weakness, I guess, is wind, I think. And your weakness is fire. And I have earth and wind. Let's try wind against you. That was your weakness, and it did kill you. Okay, great. And you might be strong enough just to take this guy out with a single hit. We're in overdrive now, so I should be able to finish you off pretty easily. Yeah. Alright, great. So, there's definitely a thing over here, and you have to, like, jump across here, and then jump down from there to get to that particular platform. But to get over onto this platform to the left, yeah, I'd have to be up there, and according to my map, that's like a little separate section that's not connected to anything. So all I can imagine is we get there from the north. Okay, so in that case, let's not get too distracted. We were told we need to go back to Basil, so let's go there. And let's go try to talk to Becker again. and see if we can unravel what's going on. Like, did he just con us out of a small amount of money? Or is he trying to get us caught? Or what does he know? Whose side is he on, etc.? You can't do that to us. We gave you our money. Someone else is here who apparently also got conned by him, I presume. And I gave you genuine permits. You've returned as well? They told you your permits are fake? Should have expected that, giving us fakes and such. As I told the guys next to you, my passports are the real deal. Why should I fake them? Darn. Now the army will pay me a visit. When Jolanda hears about this, oh no. You're telling the truth? Of course I am. I want to get married soon. Lead a quiet life here in Basel. I don't want problems with the authorities. If I were to believe that man at the border, you've been dealing out counterfeits for quite some time now. What guy? His name is Jan. You've met him? Wait. Did you hand him the passes? Yeah, he wanted to look at them. We handed our permits over as well. That bloody drunkard, he switched the passes for fakes. I highly doubt it. I would have noticed. That guy's a thief. He knows how to trick people. He's probably laughing his butt off right now. Darn. Could you help me out with this? Probably want to get your permits back from him. While you're at it, could you make sure he won't do this again? This mess needs to be cleared. Guess we've got no other choice than to search for this Jan. So where do we start? Back to the border. There's a guy running over there. Wasn't that Jan? Was he eavesdropping? He's running toward the beach. After him. Okay. Yeah, this is turning into much more of a goose chase than I thought. And if Sienna didn't see him switch the documents, it seems unlikely to me that he switched the documents. But obviously if he's here eavesdropping, like something's going on. That's where we originally met the carrot. So yeah, there are 3 mega bosses in this area. 2 that I was warned of by the Adventurers Guild, and also the shish kebab, which sounds ridiculous to call a mega boss. Okay, so it looks like there's something marking on the map that I want to go down and left. So let's go in that direction. Alright, and... oh, he is cowering as he's been cornered by some relatively basic enemies. Oh, something I've been meaning to do, we'll do it after this battle, is to check out... I think you had a bit of armor. To check out how much I've been leveling up any of my skills, because I'm curious to know... I guess I'll do this. If I'm close to leveling any of them up so I can see like what the effect is there. Alright, let's use a wide swing. I didn't use wide swing, and that's a shame because I have Petal Storm. Well, actually, against the source, that's a good idea because it seems like it has a lot of hit points. 269, that should weaken it considerably. And let's see. You're already armor broken. And so let's use a cross slash to cool down my overdrive, and let's try to finish you off. There we go. Alright. Then the pig ears should be relatively easy to finish off. Their weakness is fire. I don't have that right now. I didn't feel like swapping to Len. And I'm also curious if the party members who are currently out of combat are getting any of their skills leveled up. So that's another thing I want to check out after this next cutscene that I presume we're about to be in. The rolling fields seem to be getting more and more dangerous every day now. You look angry. They didn't let you through with Becker's fake permits, did they? What are you doing? We know what you're trying to pull. You switched our passes for fakes. What are you doing with the real ones? Selling them? No, wait, you got it wrong. Are you telling us if we check your pockets we won't find real passports there? No, well, yes, but... How could you? A war may start at any moment. Instead of supporting one another, you steal from people? I can explain. I've heard enough. Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out. I don't trust this Becker. What does Jan have to say for his defense? Alright, we'll give you a minute. Becker's passports, they're real. He doesn't deal in forgeries, but he doesn't make the passports himself either. He stole them from other people. He's not a civil servant, he's a robber. The passports are stolen? Did he offer you a map with the safe route through the mountains? Do you know what awaits you on that trail? His own band of brigands. They'll take your gold, equipment, and passports and bring it back to Becker. That's how he earns his living. People going missing in Cortara is pretty common, so no one would suspect a thing. Passes that are returned are used for his next victims. You can't be serious. Guess why he only gave you 4 passports? Not because he didn't have any more. He just wanted to make sure his gang was capable of robbing you. Sick-arm fighters would be too risky for him. I almost believe this guy. You don't pull sophisticated like this out of thin air. But in the end, it doesn't matter. Let's just take our passports and move on. We'll just take another route through the mountains. Unfortunately, the passports are not of much use. Becker must have missed it, but there's blood on some of your passports. So what? According to the law, passports with bloodstains are invalid. It's intended to prevent robberies. Becker's men must have gotten sloppy during the last robbery. Does this mean we have to go back to Becker again? Yes, but this time there's no more excuses. If his throat were to be at the mercy of your sword, you could extract information from him about his secret passage. There's a path his band of robbers used to bring the stolen items from the mountains to him. Why are you doing all this? What do you plan to do with the stolen passports? With the bloodstains, they're useless anyway. I have my reasons. Are you the guy that owns the house on the beach? Oh, wow, the crazy drunkard or whatever. I have a little house at the beach, yeah. Why do you ask? What happened there? What do you mean? It was wrecked by a monster. What? No, that can't be. And he goes running off. What's wrong with him? Do we care to find out? We can follow him or return to Becker. Either way, let's move. Okay, that has me too curious. This guy has kind of a crazy story. However, I said after the cutscene, and I'm actually remembering, I want to take a look at skills. So, level 1, 156, level 1, 108. I see that the bars, they're hard to see, have kind of gone up. This one's like halfway across. And so I'm not sure if that's like how much I need to use the said skills or something. And it does seem like everybody's skills are going up, even the people that I haven't been using in battle very frequently. So at some point, some kind of level up is going to happen. So that's nice. And I am curious to go find this guy in his beach house, which was, I think, at the bottom right of the beach, possibly. I don't remember exactly where it was on the maps. Oh, there's crabs over here that I just walked right into and didn't even notice. Okay, well, you've seen me fight these guys before, so I'll take them. Alright, the crabs have been dealt with. 3 SP has been gained. Now let's see if I can remember where this house on the beach was. It might have been just over here. Yeah, there it is. And we get another cutscene. So he went inside, discovers the house destroyed. Marcia? Where are you? Was that his daughter? Oh no. What devastation. There's blood everywhere. It's interesting. I do see the blood on the floor now that I'm looking for it. I thought it would be redder. It's kind of a very light color. And no one has seen the beasts that have been leaving these markings everywhere. Over there, behind the boxes, a body, all cut up. Is that... That's a soldier from Terran. Marcia! Papa? She was hiding. She's safe. I was so scared. Thank fate you are well. What happened? Is she going to be a witness to what happened? I was asleep, awoken by loud noises. Everything was destroyed. The bad men were gone. I think there was a monster here. I was scared and I hid. Well done. The main thing is that nothing happened to you. What's the meaning of all this? A touching reunion, but let's be clear. You steal passports. We find dead bodies at your home. What does all this mean? Looks like the beast everyone is talking about ran wild here. Fortunately, didn't notice my daughter. What's a soldier from Terran here doing? Speak! They came this morning, 8 soldiers from the direction of Farnsport. They claimed something terrible had happened at some banquet, and now they were wanted. They were probably the ambassador's guards. Chancellor Sigurd was searching for them. These pigs took my daughter hostage and forced me to get them passports. I tried to sell them fakes, but they noticed. And then you exchanged these fakes at the border with ours, which we received from Becker. Yes, together with yours, I only had 6. I was still missing 2, so I had to wait longer. And you didn't care about the blood on the passports? I was hoping they wouldn't know the law about the blood. As long as the soldiers took the passports and disappeared, I didn't care if they were allowed through the border or not. Well, be that as it may, the issue seems to have resolved itself thanks to this ominous beast. Do you think some soldiers were able to escape from the monster? Looking at the amount of blood here, I understand. May they rest in peace. We believe your story. You should still report it to the village elder. I will, thank you. Let's move on. I wonder what kind of beast could slaughter men like this. Okay, so we got a lot of backstory. We have more reason to believe Jen now. And so I wonder if I had made different choices in terms of just trying to get the passports back from him, if I wouldn't have known about the map and the ambush that was going to be lying in wait for me, and if that would have like changed some future outcomes. So already pretty interesting. And now from here, I guess I do want to go back to the border crossing, or back to Becker. No, I have to go back to Becker, right, and try to get bloodless passports if we threaten him, is the gist of it. Okay. I do wonder if we're going to run into, what's her name, Jolanda, upon our return. Oh dear, is it going to be during... You may now kiss the bride. Sorry to interrupt. Well timed, Sienna. What? You guys again? Can't you see we're in the middle of a wedding rehearsal? We don't care. We know what you did. What are they talking about, dear? Dissatisfied customers, apparently. Why don't you wait inside? I'll take care of this quickly. Even on our wedding day, you take your work with you. You're terrible. Alright, everybody. First we calm down. We know you're robbing innocent travelers in the mountains. You lure them with passports and maps and then attack them with your brigands. Is that so? Your knowledge surprised me. Jan is quite a blabbermouth, isn't he? He worked for me until his daughter was born. After that, he wanted to lead a decent life. Decent, he said. Look at him, he lives in poverty. On the other hand, my boys here are doing pretty well, right? I take good care of them. Enough of all this. Show us the way to cross the mountains. Why would I do that? I have a feeling it's because we're going to threaten you. Let's make a deal. You can help us and we'll help you, or we won't let you go unpunished. I feel like we won't let you go unpunished goes. How funny. I have the same to say for you. Get 'em, boys. Alright, so these are your 4 brigands, I presume? Engage. They are called Becker's Boys. They are apparently weak to water. Alright. And strong to fire. I'll try to keep that in mind, and we've got different music during this battle, which makes me think that this one might be tough. And so I'm going to keep an eye on my overdrive meter. Going to try not to forget about my ultra moves, etc., etc. And I don't have a sense of how much target defense they might have or whatever, so let's go ahead and defense break one of them to help ensure we can at least knock one down. They don't seem to be hitting me very hard, so I am certainly feeling less threatened all of a sudden. They're weak to water and strong to fire, so yeah, earth would be just fine. It does seem like they do have a lot of hit points, so that's the one thing that they do have going for them. And my overdrive is getting a little bit high, so let's cool it down with an X-Slash. Also inflict a status effect. But yeah, they're hitting me for so little. I'm not too worried right now. I guess just to be careful, I'm going to choose to do a heal all, just in case this is only like phase 1 of a 2-phase battle. This will help cool down my overdrive. And also hits everybody, so that's great. And at this point, I'm trying to remember if what's-her-name has a water attack, and I think perhaps it does. Yeah, she has water thrust. So let's go ahead and try that. That's his weakness. He's still not quite dead. So I think let's do a Yogo Giri, and that might finish him off and also hit the other three. Ah, he's still standing. Petal Storm is active, by the way. Oh, and he died to poison. Fantastic. Okay, great. So now at this point, I should do an armor break to cool down my overdrive. And any of them look fine. Let's see. Wide swing still sounds great. It'll hit everybody. And then I can probably use the Petal Storm on the one who is not currently the weakest. Actually, they all still have a bunch of hit points. So I think I will use it on him to try to finish him very quickly. Yeah, it seems like that was a good choice. And overdrive meter is getting hot, so I'm going to swap just so that I can cool it down with a Poetic March. Because I've learned how dangerous it is to get overheated during battle. But now we should be in good shape. And so, armor break would cool things down even more, so let's break a different guy. And with him defense broken, now I could probably deal a bunch of damage. Probably kill one, and have another one who's on the ropes. Actually, that didn't quite kill him. Fair enough. This should. There we go. One goes down, and... Sure, let's just use some random attack. That's pretty good. And I guess I'm running low on TP, but that's fine with me. Let's go ahead and put a bleed status on you. Petal Storm is active once again, but I doubt I'm going to need it to finish off these two. And I just want to ideally bring down my overdrive, and I don't really have a way to do that, so let's just do a normal attack for once. And none of these things are going to bring down my overdrive either, so just in case there's another phase of the battle, I'm going to be conservative. And then Pressure Point will actually bring down the overdrive meter. Okay, is that the end of the battle, or is there going to be another phase? Sounds like that was it. How strong are you people? Payback time, Becker. I don't care how a person earns their living, but you don't mess with me. Please forgive me. The deal was bad. How about another offer? You can work for me. I pay good, and you seem to be strong enough. I think your business is finished. How did your boys smuggle the loot from the mountains back to you? There's an underground passage, but it's rather dangerous. Is that going to be the grotto that I never found the other entrance to? If your boys can handle it, then we can as well. Which way is it? Will you let me go? If you promise to stop robbing people, we'll consider it. I promise. The path you need to take leads through the Temple of the Purple Flame. That's actually marked on my map. There's map markers. The ruins in the north? I've heard they're overrun by evil creatures. My boys secured a passageway around them, unfortunately collapsed during one of the earthquakes a few days ago. We saw a doorway, but we weren't able to open it. We're in the process of clearing it. What does that mean for us? You have to go through the whole temple. It has an exit to Cortara, but you'll have to deal with whatever lurks in there. I'll give you the key to the ruins. Exit Basil to the north, pass the bridge, and go to the west. Yes, that's where it is. And now we have the key. Okay, great. I'd rather see you in jail, but we don't have the means or the time. We're leaving and you're going to stop your shady business, all right? Yes. What's going on? Are you finished? Good luck with your wedding. Okay. Alright, so that gives us our new quest. Find a way to cross the border, enter the Temple of Flame. And so if I look at the map and I do show location info, Purple Flame Temple gets marked like that. And so I see, so those little right-facing chevron markers are my quest bits. And there's kind of like major quest is in gold and minor quest is in blue. I think I'm finally understanding kind of all the map marker stuff that's going on there. Great. Okay. Oh, and off camera, you want to believe that there's a carrot that looks like a person? I do believe you, kid. I've seen him myself, and he's pretty terrifying. Yeah, there was a conversation there that I overheard when I was redoing things off camera. I had forgotten about that. Okay, where does that leave me now? So I had a curiosity. I came back over to the grotto, which we had to climb down here to get to. I don't remember if I had had my map the first time I came in here. And so now looking at the map of the grotto, I can see kind of like where the other exit is. I just want to see if there's a way to get over there that I missed. So now that I know how to read the terrain, I can see to the north there'd be a place that I could jump across this little bridge to get to that place over there to the west. But I don't know if there was ever a way for me to actually get up there from where I've already been over here. I'm going to take a quick look. Right, we pulled this lever, and something sounded like it was moving somewhere far away, and I never figured out what that was related to. And I don't think I've seen anything in here. Was there anything? Oh, look at this. I just noticed the rocks there. And so, yeah, we're at least in a different portion of the map. Chemistry. Okay. That was just a loot. That was not actually the passage. Alright, but now I'm starting to pay more attention to the terrain now that I know everything to look for. I'm going to do one more pass through this place, just kind of on my own, in case I discover something that I didn't see before. Hey, found 10 out of 10 collectibles. Oh, is there... Hold on. If I go to the reward board... I wonder if there were certain things that were only... I guess it makes sense. Things that were only in this area. O'Grain Grottos find 10 of 10 collectibles, I see. And apparently there's enemies in here, but we haven't actually found the way into the other section. And I basically at this point have kind of circled around and seen it's not a very large area, but all that I know of it. And it was the case that this was marked on my map, but it might have only been marked on my map because of the fact that I'd already climbed down here once and discovered that that was the entrance. So maybe there's somewhere else to climb down that I didn't see. In the interest of being thorough, I'm going to take a look around on my own. Hey, I accidentally got in a random encounter, and I just got an achievement for killing those guys. I think for killing some certain number of enemies or something. Also, one of those pig ears gave me double loot, so that's nice. I'm just looking around on the map to see if there's any other possible places to climb down into the grotto. There's some crystals over here on the map. It's possible, since they were over in the corner, that I just never noticed them before. But now I'm wondering if there's also a possibility that maybe those crystals could respawn. That seems like that would be overpowered. If you could just walk around and find crystals and like get like super duper upgrades. Well, super duper upgrades to all of your weaponry, but I just found some more, and almost certainly this is a path I've been on before. Yeah, because I got that treasure chest. So I think the crystals are renewable. That's interesting. And so in addition to grinding, like you have the possibility of just revisiting areas and reharvesting various materials, including crystals. Did I ever climb down this? I'm not sure that... No, I did climb down this. I remember it now. So I had been down here. It didn't seem like there was any further down. Unless, possibly, I wonder if there's a place to go down that's like behind the waterfall and it's difficult for me to see. I didn't try pressing down in all of these spots before. But I'm trying it now and it doesn't seem to be yielding anything. There's this, which just brings me back down. Yeah, that was my return route. Okay. Well, perhaps that's all the exploration that I'm going to be willing to do in this area for now. Okay, well here's the door that seems to be our goal, but I think we're out of time for today. So I'm going to say I hope as always that you all are having a great day. And I will see you again soon for more Chained Echoes, where next time we will unlock the door into the temple and discover what lies in wait for us in there. So, see you guys again soon.